a move both somehow long overdue and yet also completely unexpected, Sora 2 just dropped today with this bombshell video. Everything you're about to see is completely AI.
1 year ago, Sora 1 redefined what was possible with moving images. Today, we're announcing the Sora app, powered by the all-new Sora 2.
That's not Sam Altman. That is a completely Sora 2 generated video of Sam Altman.
Now every video comes with sound.
Sora 2 is also the state-of-the-art for motion, physics IQ, and body mechanics, marking a giant leap forward in realism.
And we're introducing Cameo, giving you the power to step into any world or scene and letting your friends cast you in theirs.
On the path to AGI, the gains aren't just about productivity.
It's about creating new possibilities.
It's also about creativity and joy.
That's why we're launching Sora 2 inside the Sora app, allowing everyone to push the limits of their imagination and create in ways we never thought possible.
So every thumbnail out there says that whatever model just dropped is insane. But I have to say, this model is actually a little bit insane. All right, so OpenAI is releasing the flagship Sora 2 video and audio generation model. Much like Veo 3, Sora 2 has sound synced with the movement in the video generation. From the clips that they've released, they have made huge improvements. Veo 3 was really the first model that kind of synced the sound and video generation, but Sora 2, based on what they've released so far, looks like it is amazing. So one of the things that they seem to be highlighting is that the movement of people in these new videos are far more natural than anything that they previously had, and in some cases they said were simply impossible to do in the past.
The landing.
The AI generation is obviously not perfect. Some of the video generations like this, that cowboy's legs are definitely growing longer than is normal. But the motion in like this one, especially with the dog running around, the sound and the movement just looked so natural. I would not have known this was AI generated. And this guy doing backflips, that's kind of amazing. That looks very fluid and natural. The gymnast, it looks like a couple things, if you're being nitpicky, maybe aren't quite exactly right, but the movement on these is just astonishing. I mean, realistic? I suppose that's questionable. And of course, it wouldn't be OpenAI if we didn't have a little bit of Studio Ghibli thrown in.
Knowledge is not a destination, it's a companion for the road. Und wenn wir gemeinsam gehen, lernen wir, dass jede Frage mehr Türen öffnet, als sie schließt.
That man sounds so real. You definitely could convince me that was real. All right, so their next logical step was to be able to inject real people into the generated videos. So they started working on an app where you could specify a pre-videoed image of yourself or a friend and inject it into a generated video. And this led to their new sort of social media app called Sora. Currently, the app is only available on iOS. They are working on getting it on Android. So the new Sora 2 model will be available both on an app, which we'll cover in a minute, and on Sora.com. At Sora.com, they are working on giving that a facelift in the coming weeks. They said they're going to add a storyboard option, as well as make Sora 2 available as an API. However, currently, both the iOS app and Sora.com is available by invite only. If you go to Sora.com, currently you get this spectacularly beautiful website, giving you this visual display of some of the videos that they've created using Sora 2. However, if you go to log in, you will be asked for an invite code. you have the option to stay on your old version of Sora, but if you want to meet the new Sora, you have to enter an invite code. Now, I don't have an invite code. Invites are going to start rolling out for the Pro plan users. That is the $200 a month tier. Everybody who gets an invite will also get 4 invites to share with their friends. Because they're trying to build the app version of Sora as kind of a social network, they're trying to get you to come on board along with some friends. Once you do get that invite, they're saying that Sora 2 video generation is going to be available for free, but they also admit that they are not sure what the usage will be, and they may have to either start restricting usage or charging for video generation, depending on the demand. But for now, they do expect that as people get invited into Sora 2, it will be available for free. So in their video announcement today, it seemed like they were really leaning into the idea of this Sora app as a community gathering place. They've introduced the idea of cameos, and you can choose who to allow to use your video likeness in other video generations. So the way you generate a video likeness of yourself is you use the Sora app, and it will ask you to start recording and say some numbers on the screen and to move your head in certain directions. They say this is to verify that you're human. So once you go through those steps, then there's a process where your video is approved. Once it's approved, you're in the system. So this is their live demonstration. They're showing off this Cameo feature in the new Sora app.
Sora is pre-revenue. If you show revenue, people will ask how much, and it will never be enough. The company that was the 100x or the 1000x is suddenly the 2x dog. But if you have no revenue, you can say you're pre-revenue.
The app is indeed pre-revenue.
All right, so again, that was entirely AI generated. They did an @Sam Altman and included a cameo of Sam in this engineer's entirely AI generated video. All right, so one of the really nice things that they've done is they have taken safety very seriously in this. Once you've created your video likeness, you can set who can use you in a cameo appearance in their videos. You can set it to only yourself, only people you approve, mutual friends, or everyone.
You are in full control of your likeness on this network. There is no way for someone to generate you without you having given explicit permission and gone through this Cameo flow, which is a very important principle for us. A couple other notes. You can guide the model on how you want to be portrayed. The model is amazing, but it's not perfect. Sometimes it might hallucinate things. It might give me skinny jeans or a weird accent or something like that. So I can go into Cameo preferences and sort of tune this as I run generations, which, you know, I suggest everyone who sets this up does.
You can also use this for a lot of fun, which is we've been having fun on the team where we give ourselves kind of funny hats or weird things that you do. Another thing that is really important to us is the idea of ownership over your own identity. So everything that is created with your Cameo, when you've authorized somebody to give with permission, you have full rights over in the sense that you can delete it. You're treated like an owner of that video.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's really important to point out. You have full access to any video that has your likeness in it. If a friend is working on a video and puts a cameo of you in it, you have full visibility into that, even as a draft mode before it's been published. So you can go delete it at any time. You have full ownership of any video that has your cameo likeness in it. I do love that they did that. So they were saying that once they added this Cameo feature in their app, they were having so much fun in the office sharing generated videos and riffing off of each other. They really thought they had something special, and they wanted to make sure that was included in this app. So it does show up as kind of a social media feed of just video generation. But they give the example where somebody started with a Sora perfume ad, and a few other people made other changes to it.
Sora 2, the new fragrance from Sora. Fresh, clean, and unapologetic.
I don't use perfume, but if it were Sora themed, I would consider it.
A set of possibility. Sora 2.
One of my favorite features of this app and this model, and I think something that is uniquely made possible with this technology, is the ability to immediately participate in a trend, in a storyline, in some lore that some creator is working on, a universe, via this remix feature. So I see this, I'm feeling inspired, I want to see my own variation of this. I can just click this remix button here. In the meantime, let's actually see other remixes of this perfusion.
Sora 2, the new toothpaste from Sora. Fresh, clean, and unapologetic for whoever you choose to be. Sora 2. The smile of possibility.
Smile of possibility.
Smile of possibility?
소라가 선보이는 새로운 향수. 신선하고 깨끗하며 당당합니다. 네가 선택한 어떤 모습.
I don't speak Korean IRL, but in Sora, anything is possible.
All right, so obviously they're trying to build a somewhere you can hang out with your friends, share videos, play off of each other's ideas. Do we need that? I don't know. That's not really my place to say. But it does sound like they have put a lot of thought into this, not only in terms of the technology, but also in terms of the algorithm that they're trying to build. They're saying the algorithm is going to heavily prioritize what they're calling connected content. So in other words, content that your friends have created, people that you actually know. They're saying that we can have a connected feed, which is a feed only of your friends, not everything from the outside world thrown in, although I'm sure you will be able to browse through that if you so choose. The other thing they're saying is that for underage teenagers, they are going to actually limit the number of videos that account can view in a day. And of course, they've got some new parental controls so the parents can go in there and set it for their kids as well. They've actually got a pretty good write-up on their website about what kind of the thought process was going into this and some of the ways that they think the tool will work. They've also got a feed philosophy linked that you can go out and read, and they're really trying to get people to use this with their friends and connect with people. At least that's what they're saying. The other thing they're pointing out is that they've really heavily prioritized the safety behind the video generation. So they won't allow violent content, X-rated content, and in fact, they're saying that they might be over blocking videos. They said there's some pretty good memes out there already of the model refusing to generate something that's been asked for. But I think they're trying to fail over a little bit too heavily on the safety side. And for me, I think that's probably a good idea, at least as this starts to roll out to the greater public. They also said there'll be a beta feature where you can choose kind of the mood or the theme of videos you want to see. So the examples they gave were sort of calm, relaxing videos or animals or things of that nature. So I think they're going to have several different test features, and I think that's part of the reason for the slower rollout of this app. And I'm kind of curious to see where it goes. All right, that just about covers it. So I will say thanks for watching, and I will leave you with this video.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a pair of 1, 2, 3, spin.
Insane indeed.